Hello, my friends, and welcome back to our continuing blind let's play of Homestuck. My name is the FlightlessBird. This is your story-based gaming channel. Today, we continue on with page 5927, Act 6, Intermission 5. Hey, we're almost to 6,000. Let's go. I hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day today. Dave, are you there? Whee! Come in, Dave. Ah, what the heck is that? This is Carcat. Over. Answer me, you check off. Don't be all like too busy to pick up. Who are you trying to kid? You are quite possibly the only person on this media who's even got less of a nutrition plateau than me. Even the mayor has a more demanding schedule than we do. Let's face it, stupid facts. What? Did you think you could you think the town runs itself? Fat chance. Dave. Gosh dang it, Dave. I have a problem. No, we have a problem. What's up with the crab thing? Crab people, crab people. Sky is now visible to naked eye. Can't be much more than a few hours away. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. 3 of the longest human years we'll ever have to live for the rest of our lives. Sunk into this depressing laboratory which by all accounts should never have functioned as anything but an eternal tomb. I have no idea how we're even supposed to do this thing. Do you? Or stop this thing. Oh well, sending it blasting off somewhere at the speed of light sure seemed like a good idea at the time. And now that we're finally here, after all the waiting and drama and boredom and stupid bull with our ancestral ghost, and even disregarding the one hilariously neglected detail as Meteor still has no brakes, I still don't think we're ready for this. Oh, is he talking to it? Is that it? It's like a communicator? Sigh. Genuine Fago delicious red pop. I don't. Oh, the dots. How do I even begin to address this? Okay, how about this? Since I can't think of a better general purpose question to help break the ice in literally any imaginable social situation. Holy cow. Zonked out on that stuff. Oh, look at the little salamander boxers. Where are your pants? Zzz. Dave. My pants? Ah, what are you talking about? They're on my legs. I wasn't talking to you. Oh, Dave, you have a big problem here. What? I think it's time we had what'd you call it? An intervention? Ah, for Rose? No, not Rose. Why would we be talking about Rose? She doesn't have a major problem that she needs to be confronted about by her friends before she flushes her whole life down the gaper, does she? Ah, kind of. Why? Because she likes to drink that goofy human sporific that makes her a lot funnier and more charming than usual? How is that a problem? It's talking about Terezi. Man, Terezi doesn't need an intervention. She just drinks a lot of soda. How can you see that is not a huge problem? It's a red fizzy dummy water, dude. Who cares? Okay, can we just once acknowledge that we are mutual aliens to each other and as such possibly have different values and standards about things? Just this one time, Dave? Yeah, thanks. Ah, Terezi has made her choices. Among them has to begin guzzling untold liters of what putrid circus cola. Think of it as like a rite of passage. Like something that goes off with the territory when somebody know how almost imperceptibly begins turning into a juggalo. Wait, heck! Maybe she does need an intervention. She needs to wake up so we can talk to her about this. She won't wake up. What do I do? Ah, did you try kicking her? Yeah. Well, I'm all out of ideas. Snore. Click. I like the little thingy here. Well, whenever she wakes up, you all need to have a serious talk about this. If she's in this condition when we get into the new session, it'll be a gosh dang embarrassment. Not to mention deadly. You know, remind you still who's following us? She doesn't look primed for battle from where I'm standing. We need to act as a unified front, Dave. We need to let her know that as her friends, we can't stand by and watch her degrade herself like this. Man, I don't know. Sounds like you want to make this needlessly melodramatic. Stand by. Putting you on speaker crab. Speaker crab? Yes, speaker crab. Man, don't put me on speaker crab. She needs to hear from you, Dave. She trusts you. God! Honestly, she can do whatever she wants. I put this all behind me a while ago. Why do you really want me on this conversation? It's just that you don't know how to say it for yourself? Maybe it is, Dave. Maybe that's exactly what it is. Sorry, I'm not God tier. I'm not so fortunate as to be blessed with the gift of gab like you. Ah, what? The badge you earned. You know, the one that makes it easier to talk to people? Like, really open up about your feelings and say whatever needs to be said? Ha ha ha! Oh, is that what you think this does? Isn't it? Nah, dude, that's not what the gift of gab does. Okay, well, what does it do then, wise guy? Its utility isn't really comprehensible to lowly mortals, sorry. Snide shoot tougher. Where did that come from? Snide shoot tougher. Okay, that's a new one for me. Why don't you come up here so I can push this off this building? Nah, I'm putting you on speaker crap. And then together we are going to keep it real as heck. Do you hear me? I love the speaker crap. It's amazing. What do you actually want from her? Do you want her to stop drinking Fago and sleeping to sleep in puddles of Ray fructose corn slobber? Or do you want her to somehow address the root of all those habits and cut all that off for good? Yes, I want to do that. The latter thing. Well, yeah, I can understand where you're coming from. But in situations like this, I think you need to remind yourself there's only so much you can do for somebody. And maybe they aren't going to want or need your help, and you just have to figure out how to deal with that. Like at some point in your life, one of your friends might start spending all their time with a guy you think is bad news. And you have to decide if you need to intervene as a friend or just let it go because people can think or drift apart or whatever because that's just something that happened. Dave, your wisdom. My God. It's knocking my socks off. Holy heck. Please tell me the secret to your wise ways. And while you're at it, maybe you can tell me what the heck you're talking about. Look, all I'm saying is there comes a time in every young woman's life where she has to come to terms with the decision to gradually morph into a juggalo while all her friends and loved ones watch in dismay. Terezi has strolled through that dark carnival and taken a great brooding whiff of the decision's festive butthole, and the choice she made is all too clear. She's down with the clown. Oh, dear Lord. No, don't say that. Man, it's true, man. You can live in denial for only so long. But as you, bro, I had to say it like it is. She and Gamzee, man. That is literally a thing. They're in the hate square together. Total chemist spades, dude. No, that's not what I mean. I know that. Just, why do you have to put everything so colorfully? I guess I do the same thing. But you always seem to take things to a different level of gross. Just, people say, garbage normally for a change, okay? Regarding Gamzee. Yeah. I knew about that already. Oh, really? Then why the heck have I been tiptoeing around all this time? Gosh dang it. I thought this was supposed to be like this big secret that would destroy you if you found out. Mother Hecker, please. Do you think I'm an idiot? I suspected this was going on for a long time. I was just being like you, playing it cool, letting her do whatever. Well, then why is it a problem now? Because this is the last straw. You're supposed to be ready for action by now. Not comatose, half naked, and Fago sticky. God, I wonder what sort of BS he's got her believing in now. About the mirthful messiahs, Shangri-La, and all that garbage. It makes me so sad to think she's caught up in this superstitious web of lies. It's been awful watching the person I used to know slowly drift away from me, to the point where she might as well be gone. How did you manage to deal with all that? Ow, what? You and she used to see each other all the time. What happened? Well, like I said, I just put it behind me. She started sneaking around in vents and stuff, acting suspicious, trying to hide the fact that she was seeing him. Like she was obviously ashamed of it and worried how I'd react. But it was hecka transparent that was going on, so I just said, well, that's fine, y'all. You can do your black mom thing with the juggalo, but it's your decision. But I can't keep playing along. I can't do the quadra thing. It's just too weird for me. I'm not a troll. I'm not all open-minded about getting multicultural. I still understand the space thing and it makes me really heckin' uncomfortable, even though trying to imagine how that works, I sure as heck don't want to date anybody who's got a hate clown on the side. So I said, no hard feelings. I still like you and all. Do whatever makes you happy. I'll just be over here in the hypergravity chamber training to beat Lord English. We have a hypergravity chamber? Ah, no. Ooh. Get all Dragon Ball Z. Now you got the hyperbolic time chamber train a year and a day. Awesome. But what about you? I haven't been talking to Gamsey this whole time. Or was he just balls out lying to you about sticking around with the media with Terezi? I thought morals was supposed to be open with each other about this kind of stuff like that. Yeah, and Gumsy ended our moral allegiance quite some time ago. Ah, heck, sorry to hear about that. It's fine. It was really a dead-end pale relationship. At first, it really seemed like it was a necessary part of life, keeping his stuff under control. But as time went on, it just got completely disinterested. I wasn't keeping up with his end of the thing at all. He started getting so unbelievably self-satisfied and pious, like way more than he ever was before. Like he's just so completely convinced he's found his calling, that this session is the gateway to the promised land where he'll fulfill his destiny. He's so caught up in his idiotic schemes he couldn't give a heck about me anymore. Whatever, at least he stopped killing people. Amazing, I spent 3 years on this rock and never said one thing to the guy. I just saw him once though, just a glimpse of dark hallway. It's kind of like seeing a blurry purple Bigfoot with a huge boner. Oh God, that God tier outfit. What a gosh dang faker. Can't for the life of me imagine where he got that thing. I know Kanaya sure as heck didn't make for him. The man literally has no shame. Why is he wearing it? I don't know. I don't think even he knows. Maybe to make a good impression on his fake but religious idol after he thrusts the sacred cod piece through the gates of Shangri-La. Ha 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 ha! The best thing we ever do together is slam the butthole's dumb religion. Yeah. Really, it's the most hilarious horsey bottom stuff I've ever heard. I mean, pretty much all religions are wrong, but there's wrong and then there's even wrong. As in, zero chance you're ever proven right about even a single thing, dude. Like, ever, ever, ever. Ha ha ha, yeah, it's so true. I wish I could see the look on his face when he finally realized everything he believes is a lie. Be one sad clown that day. His bowls will probably deflate and make this high-pitched noise plus corresponding flatulence. Hey, Dave, what do you think will happen to us after we meet up with the others? I mean, as friends. What do you mean as friends? I mean, will we still get to be bros? Ah, yeah. No offense, dog, but that's a dumb and neurotic question. No, but see, we're going to meet all these other people, John among them. John is your best friend, so you'll ostensibly resume that friendship where you left off. John and I had a few testy conversations with each other one day, and in most of those I made a fool of myself. And I guess we became friends that day, maybe, but the reality is it was just one day, and he'd be all well within a reasonable frame of mind not to give a garbage in hindsight about the guy who trolled him once 3 years ago. And the same goes for Jade. I thought we had a decent rapport, but again, it was one day forever ago. She probably barely remembers me at this point. Whereas that doesn't matter for you, because you go way back with them. It's like a heartfelt reunion for you guys. But where does that leave me? I can hardly call Gamsey a friend anymore. Who knows if my friendship with Terezi will ever be what it was before. I used to be pretty close with Kanaya, but now she and Rose never leave each other alone for more than a minute. All my other friends are dead. Now we're leaving the Dreamballs behind. And then there's you. So I'm just wondering, what happens next? You forgot the mayor. Pretty dang tight with the mayor, aren't you? Well, the mayor's friendship is a constant, universal constant. And I am insulted beyond comprehension as well as my capacity to vomit that you wouldn't insinuate otherwise. Yeah, the mayor rules. But as usual, you were complicating this. Just like you overcomplicate everything. Friendship, leadership, romance, shipping grids, and dick battles is real simple. Our media will somehow Tokyo drift to dead stop in the new session, at which point we'll keep being bros for life or something. I will start being friends with John and Jane again because they're my friends and never stop being that. John will also be your friend because he's cool and also a doofus who's easy to be friends with. Jane will be a friend too because she's nice and likes being friends with people. I can personally guarantee that she'll be happy to see you. Now, as far as new people, I don't know about them, but they'll probably be your friends too. All I know is two of them are my parents, and two of them are John's parents, and there ain't no rule that says you can't be friends with your bro's mom and pop. Especially when your bro's mom and pop are a couple of sassy teens. As for Terezi, I don't know, I guess we'll see what happens. And as for Gamzee, heck that guy with the balloon poodle. Friendship less and secure at the end. Shruck, shruck, brrrr. Oh, look who's starting to come around. Honk. Don't do that. You may think it's a clown. I love a little hat. Wake up, sleepyhead. Honk, honk, honk. Yeah, that's right. It's time to face the music. Act 6, Intermission 5, Intermission 1. Oh my god, that is frightening. That is scary. Jagged teeth, boogling out eyes. What the heck is going on? Hey, you, computer man, I need more help. No. Computer man, assist me with more hot tips. No. Yes, I'm having trouble understanding Blue Hat. This is a shameful exploitation of our arrangement. We weren't supposed to talk anymore once you left Earth. I do not agree to those terms. Every time we talk, you complain that I'm being self-indulgent, but you always come back for more. It's like you can't get enough of me. I think you might be obsessed. Give me more hot tips, you butthole. You only made that caltrop so you could talk to me on the go, didn't you? No. Please don't lie. Who else would use it to talk to in your solo session? Gamzee? I bet you haven't even said one word to him through that device. You never even referred to him by his name. The clown has been an adequate peon when it comes to doing things I don't want to do. There is no reason to speak to him through my fun helmet. You should try to be better friends with him. He basically ditched his best buddy for you. Who cares? He reveres you, and you treat him like garbage. Yes, so... So you're off to a pretty good start at being a god, I guess? Thank you. Look, I just said a polite thing. Now reward me with what I want. Ugh. Yellow Hat is very fast. As a minion, he has been very useful, but I'm having trouble determining the abilities of Blue Hat. Yellow Hat and Blue Hat? You should come up with better names to them than that. Like what? Like, I don't know, maybe some cool mobster names? Mobster names. Why would I give them mobster names? I don't know, because mobsters are cool? They don't look like mobsters. They look like leprechauns. But anyone can be a mobster, though. Even cherubs and leprechauns. Being a mobster isn't about what you look like. It's about what's inside you. Wow, that is so profound. Now stop stalling and give me tips. Are these the only two you've unlocked so far? Yes, I have conquered the second planet, and now I travel to the third. Before I conquer this one, I would like to know what Blue Hat does. He's pretty much doing what he does. He seems to be stuck. Is he broken? Nah, he's just slow. What? That's his power. Yellow Hat is fast, and Blue Hat is slow. That's a horrible power. How is that even a power? It just is. I was looking forward to achieving more powerful minions, not more malingering fools to take up space in my dark carnival. Do they get better than this? Well, that depends on what you mean by better. Oh my god, okay, we're done. Bye! That reminds me of a book series I once read, The Chronicles of Xanth, I think it was called, or something Xanth, Xanth. Uh, the uh, the main premise of the first story is that people live in this magical village where every single person by a certain age has to exhibit some magical power in order to continue to live in the village. If you don't exhibit the power, you're exiled. And the thing is, your position and power in the village depends on your power. The better your power, the higher your position. And there's some people who can like grow their fingernails or shine light on a wall. There's some that can control storms. So there's some that are more powerful than others. But the bottom line is everyone has one specific power that they're able to use, you know, from birth or as they grow up. Yeah. It's been, I don't know, 30 years since I read the books, but I think the first book was called A Spell for Chameleon. End of Act 6, Intermission 5, Intermission 1. Ship sailing on the ocean. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Got a couple sprites. Day sprite. Wake up, sleepyhead. Wait, did I even say that? Stay asleep all you want, like I give a heck. That John? But you are kind of missing some important stuff here. We spent 4 years cruising through the metaphysical butt crack of nowhere. And when we finally get here, y'all took it out. Like y'all didn't sleep enough on this boat already. Some of the sick nastiest shut-eye anyone ever got. Oh, to this boat. Dude, this is a big deal. Everyone's waiting for us out there. I mean, probably. I don't know where we are. Some green hilly place with all these green stone hinges sprinkled around. Did you know there would be a priority of stone hinges? I didn't, but guess what? Hinges aplenty where this place is concerned. Hey, where's Jade? Oh, I just realized we got a saw doll back here. Um, a jigsaw doll. And that's cool that we got a jigsaw doll here because we just had a previous page that basically directly referenced Jigsaw. So cool touch. I forgot the name of this guy. Bobby, little Bobby. Like the doll has a name. Jigsaw is the mastermind, and the doll has a name of some kind. And yeah. If you know, let me know in the comment section below. Little Billy? I guess she left already. Maybe there was an emergency somewhere and her doggy senses led her there. Maybe someone fell down a well. What do you think, John? Do you think our team parents fell down a well? Nah, I sincerely doubt any of them would be that pathetic. Whatever it was, it must have been important enough for Jade to ditch us like that. Either that, or maybe she was desperate enough to finally get away from me. Between you and me, John, I didn't really handle things with her as well as I could have. Oh well, maybe real Dave will treat her better. Or not, I don't know. I did her a favor cutting Bird Dave out of her life. Nobody really deserves Bird Dave as a boyfriend or a friend or anything. It's like getting one of the Jakey days at the bargain bin at the Day Depot. Or one of the marked down days the day after National Day Day. It's like somebody taxidermize your Dave and expect you not to notice. Feathers? What feathers? Haha, no, that Dave is totally normal and okay. You should just go back to being bros with real Dave when you see him. It'll be fine. I'll just flap around and do my thing alone. I'm completely alright with that at this point. We had our ups and downs, John, but all in all, it was cool to go on this road trip with you. There were times, man. The times. I'm telling you, they weren't real. I bet you people would pay good money to see every second of this madcap stunts that were going down the ship basically 24/7. If hoes could talk, wow. Is that a meta joke? Basically, Husky saying, I'm sure there are people who would have liked to have seen this, but tough luck. Yeah, hey, what's that ring? Anyway, I've seen you with that ring before. I guess I was just like, okay, John has a magic ring for some reason. No need to mention that or anything. But, where did you even get it? Can't even hear me. You got your snooze on so hard. Ain't nobody gonna wake up to ask me about no ring. I probably should have said all the stuff when you were awake anyway. Like the stuff about friendship. Ah, screw it. I'll just leave another one of my patent magic notes taped to your shoe or a cowlick or something. My magic notes rule. I'll miss leaving them taped on still. Yep, there's a ring. I sure do talk to myself a lot, don't I? Wow, why have I never made this observation? I probably need to be a bird for exactly 3 years to finally have that epiphany. I wonder if real Dave ever had that epiphany. Probably not, cause he's a bird, not a bird. The bottom line is being a guy who's also a bird makes you think. Anyway, I'm out. Birds are cool, especially flightless ones. Hmm. Oh, what's all? Oh, I just noticed in the background. It's so cool looking. I wish this was brighter so you could see in better details. P.S. Happy birthday, John. Have some watermarks for the road. Act 6, Intermission 5, Intermission 2. All the intermissions. Oh my god. Why is Lil Seb here? And why are you wearing the clown head as a hat? That's gotta be the most disturbing visual in the comic so far. Yeah, this would be me freaking out. Like, what the heck is going on? Oh, here's Kamzi back here. I unlocked more gnomes. I thought they were leprechauns. I don't care what they are. Okay. I have now conquered 4 planets and have the same amount of gnomes under my command. Yellow hat, blue hat, red hat, and now purple hat. Congratulations. The planets are becoming increasingly difficult to conquer. I almost did not manage to destroy the purple planet within the allotted time. Unfortunately, the quality of the unlocked gnomes has not increased to match the escalating difficulty of my quest. It seems to just be the opposite. These gnomes are garbage. What's wrong with the new gnomes? Okay, Red Hat, he has no heckin' powers at all. Unless his power is to follow me around constantly. Yes, that's basically what he does. Purple Hat is even worse. It is his power to dance around all the time while singing riddles to me. Yup. Awful. Purple Hat's behavior is so infuriating. I have attempted to murder him several times, but to no avail. You can't kill Purple Hat. He's too lucky. That's also his power. Being really lucky. What good does that do to me? I don't know. Get him to solve puzzles for you? Use him as a human shield sometimes? I mean, a gnome shield? Oh yeah, that's actually a really good idea. You shouldn't be whining about how lame your minions are. As you accumulate more, your job is obviously to combine their talents in creative ways to overcome the increasingly difficult challenges on your quest. Synergize with your time gnomes. Make them more than the sum of the pointy hats. That's going to be difficult. They're all idiots. Nobody said it would be easy. Fine, I have no more questions for now. Hey, did you kill that cute turtle? No, but I can see your past trail. You're standing there holding a gun and pointing it at the turtle. Okay, then yes, I killed the turtle. Boo! Yeah, everyone boo this guy. Boo! Oh, that's what this all is. Oh, they don't show the turtle thing. Oh no, here's the. Oh, I didn't even see that the first time. Oh, poor turtle. You suck. End of Act 6, Intermission 5, Intermission 2. Ooh, pretty. Huh? Hey, it's the blue boy again. See him there, just off the starboard. You watch how far I can fork him again. Mina, put the turret down. Don't make me confiscate it again. Confiscate. Nice! 2 puns on 1 word. Ah, confish gay. She liked it too. I like it when the protagonists are on the same page. Right? Is she the protagonist? I don't know, but no, we're on the same page. That was a good line. Nice, Arinia. Ooh, look at the pirate ship. Arr. Seth from Bravely Default 2 would like this scene. Hey, it's John. Vriska? Is that you? Yeah, get over here. Alright. Oh, great! Hey! Oh, look at her pirate bandana. Oh, look at this. He almost looks like one of the Lost Boys. Oh, she looks cool. I like this vest. Yeah, nice to see you again, John. It's been too long. Yeah, actually, it has been exactly a year. I think it was my birthday last time we met, too. Huh. A year for you, maybe. But who knows how long it's been out here, but who cares? The point is, as you can see, the plan I described to you before is in full swing. You mean the treasure hunt? With all those black maps? Yes, but they aren't black anymore. Not totally. Everything's gone exactly as I intended. English has taken the bait. I mean, is that bait? It's like 8-8. Has taken the bait. Hook, line, and sinker. I'm assuming it's bait. He's been chasing our extended party around the ring, blowing stuff up with his monster breath, thus revealing the path to the treasure in the process. I must say, for an evil mastermind, this guy is kind of a dope. Supposedly, his every move is a carefully calculated ploy to assure his existence in the first place. Yet here he is, wrecking the joint like an oaf, unwillingly helping the hero find the weapon that will finally take him down. And we're almost there, too. Although by now, it's become embarrassing obvious that the treasure was hidden right around where we started all along. The maps have just been landing us all in a big stupid circle. I should have seen it coming. I guess that's my bad. In terms of bonehead moves, that's English. 1, Friska. 1, so I guess we're even. Oh, that's English 1, Vriska 1. Okay, I see what she's saying. But maybe we don't have to mention that detail when we document my heroism in the annals of greatness. Mention what exactly? Exactly. Haha. I almost forgot how deceptively quick you are on the uptake, John. That's not so impressive. I was confused by what you were saying, too. Tavos, if you're going to interrupt, don't mumble. And even then, don't. Jeez. Cold. Anyway, I really don't mind the fact that these cryptic treasure maps have led us all on a wild honk-bird chase. I've never once complained about a good long treasure hunt, and I'm not about to start now. Besides, with the way space-time works out here, who could say for sure we would be able to find the treasure at all unless we trace the exact path? Nobody could say that, Isu. Least of all English, who, as far as we know, can't actually speak so much as issue blood-curdling roars that cleave the foundations of reality itself. You're, of course, welcome to join us on our adventure, for as long as you're asleep. We could use another hand on deck. I'll even give you a rank title. You get to be lower than me. That's the fairest rule. Wrong. Tavos, who's the captain here? Last time I checked, it wasn't Swabby Nitram, Poopmaster Extraordinaire. Ah! Oh, even more people here. Double patches. By the way, hi Tavos. How have you been? Okay. Cool pirate outfit you have there. No, thanks, but it's not cool. It's dumb. Veriska wants me to wear it though, so I do. So she'll be happy. Don't ask me where my pants are. I wasn't going to. We all look amazing as pirates. This is non-negotiable. No argument here. What about the rest of your crew? I remember her, the punky one, who always likes to stab me with her spear. But I really hope she doesn't do that this time. Dream on, Blue Knight. You and my crosshairs, sucker. Got you right where I want. Just biding my time. Biting and biting. Gonna hunt you till we both double dead. You are my obsession, the blue fish. My shrimp is the whales, my Mobius the dicks. Call me fishmail. Call me fishmail. That's a great line. God, so many great lines here. Stop it. Or nah, just spoke up. Yeah. Stop it. But I don't know the one who looks kind of like your sister. What is her name? Arinia. Hi, and what about those two over there? These are my friends, Aradia and Solix. I have recruited them for this expedition as specialists. They aren't really here to do any fighting, but their abilities will become useful once we retrieve the treasure. Hello. Hey, are you alive? Your eyes do not look spooky and ghastly. Thanks. Yes, I'm alive. Yeah, and apparently she intends to stay that way. Hence her principled, if somewhat lame, commitment to pacifism. But considering our history together, I am willing to let bygones be bygones. I'm happy to have her on my crew in whatever capacity she likes. Your history? What happened? Wait, that's a rude question. Sorry. Oriska killed her too. She used the other guy there tragically as a death weapon. Hey, what did I say about bygones being bygones? That's like rule Act 1 of the ship. Anyway, she became a robot and coming back, so obviously we're cool now. Jeez, why does everyone always die so much? Oh, Solix, not Taros. I think I've been doing Taros wrong. Like, Taros's voice should have been Solix's. Except it's been so long since I said Taros and Solix that I kind of mess them up. So I'm going to go back to doing what I think they should be doing. Like, Taros should have been something like, Vriska killed her too. She used the other guy there, tragically, as a death weapon. And then Solix should be something like, lol, like this one's one to talk. Solix didn't make our guest uncomfortable. He's already uncomfortable, and he should be. We all should be. Really, I haven't thought about any of that in a long time. Ancient conflicts don't mean anything to me anymore. But I was more than thrilled by the opportunity to go on another adventure like this. We used to enjoy such campaigns together all the time when we were younger. Of course, now the teams are a little different. Yeah, man, those were the days. What about you? Why do you have double eye patches? Because I'm blind, stupid? I can't tell if you're alive too or not. Because I can't see if your eyes are spooky. They're spooky as heck, but yes, I'm alive. Okay, here's the short version. I used to be able to see, but then I went blind. Then I used my powers too hard and died. But it turned out I was only half dead. Half dead? What are you, Schrodinger's troll? Let me finish. So the ghost half of me could see again, so I was only half blind. But then somebody prototyped my corpse, which I guess sucked the ghost half out of me out of my body to make me fully alive again. Also, fully blind. And now the ghost part of my soul is sharing a sprite body with Eridan of all people. Who's Eridan? Just the douche who blinded me in the first place. It doesn't even matter. Alright. But I don't think I quite followed all of that. What does being half blind mean? You know, forget it. I'm so sick of telling this story to people over and over and nobody understanding what the heck I'm talking about. It's all so simple. No, actually, it isn't. It's a stupid story that makes no sense. Maybe that's the problem. My marginal existence is fraught with so much pointless duality and complicated nonsense. So I'm done even trying to explain it. From now on, I should just wear a shirt that says, don't ask about my disability or my mortality. Then everything would be fine. It's really kind of a shame. Gamzee prototyped Eridan's torso parts and swapped his ghost from the afterlife. I bet he would have had a great time on this voyage. I used to own him during our own nautical campaigns all the time. If he was on the ship, I'd walk the plank and plummet through the fake butt water through infinite nowhere forever. Because, besides, you act like you haven't already recruited at least 50 Eridans some doomed timelines in your army. You really are shamefully prejudiced against our alternate reality ghost selves. They're just as real as we are, and we have the same emotions and everything. Give me a break, Solix. As if you don't view them the exact same way. You got real Eridan, and then pretty much a whole bunch of pretenders out there. They're all real. Heck, I don't even like Eridan. But here I am sticking up for his copies. See, you just call them copies. Even you can avoid accidentally using a problematic slur which reveals that no matter what you believe about your morals, deep down you're always going to favor the original.
while viewing all the others as duplicates of lesser value. Okay, whatever, just whatever. Rationalize the collateral damage to your army all you want. And to think, before I joined your party, I heard rumors that you might have changed. Like, learn to be a better person or something. Yeah, right. Oh, please. I hardly think I'm a bad person for failing to give a heck about a million Minas de Napatas, do you? No, you're not a bad person. For that particular reason, I guess. What am I seriously supposed to do? Fly around and befriend each one individually? Sorry, I have better things to do with my time. Let's try to be at least somewhat practical here. I've met most of those Zapatas. They're all very nice. Oh, shut up. Ooh. Gosh, that reminds me of the picture from Pirates of the Caribbean when all the pirates are rallying. In the third movie, is it? That's what it looks like. And what about all those ships up ahead? Are they part of the treasure hunt too? Of course, that's my army. Cuff. Okay, I mean our army, but like on boats. Isn't an army on boats usually called a navy? John, help me out. I seem to be having trouble remembering which one of us is the captain. Was it the dork in blue pajamas, or was it the veteran sailor in the red captain's coat? That's right, the captain was me, and I say it's an army that happens to be on a bunch of boats. Oh, oh, dang. He got smoked. Wow, so smoked. Mina, did you catch those sick fires? No, but for real, that pretty much is a navy. Just saying. Who's in the army? Thousands of ghosts, primarily those of old friends and acquaintances. Oh my gosh, what the heck is going on here? We've amassed a coalition of eager volunteers ready to lay down their ghost lives for a worthy cause. You mean fighting Lord English? When we're ready for that, yes, but we need the treasure first. So for now, they're sailing well ahead of us in large numbers to attract his attention, so he can do more damage to the ring and fill out the rest of our maps. We should be very grateful for the bravery. They are making a noble sacrifice for us all. For Avery, yeah, right. I'm mostly sure she's mind controlling them. Gosh dang it, Tavos. We really don't need your play-by-play commentary on everything. Wait, you're mind controlling all those ghosts? No, well, not all of them. Once you group enough together, others tend to latch on to the mob out of curiosity. We trolls have a way of clustering together naturally. You've got to understand, John. Most of these people are pretty self-absorbed. They just needed a little bit of persuasion to join the cause. Um. Word. Yeah, but isn't that still kind of dickish? But all these stubborn jackpots are going to double die anyway if we don't work together and kill this guy. This is war, John. In times of war, difficult decisions have to be made with the lives of many. Just think of me as a general giving orders to my troops. It just happens that the orders are a little bit more direct this case. Hey, suck it deuce. Let's not lose track of who's actually in charge of this stuff, okay? Yeah. All hail her Imperious Teen Condensation, the fresh new face of tyranny, Supreme Admiral Pixies. At this time, I would like to motion for a 15-minute bowing break so that we may demonstrate our reverence for this bold, spunky leader. Yes. Tavos, stop bowing. That was a joke. No, keep doing that. Lower, Swabby, lower. Face on the deck. Yes, just like that. Perfect. How do you mind control so many ghosts at once? Isn't that kind of hard? Well, I do have a little help. John, did I mention my ancestor? She is the best. She is? I must admit, I was not in favor of that at first, but Visca made a very strong case for using our combined powers in this way. In a perfect reality, no one would have to get hurt, but the stakes are too high to be shunned away for such measures. Do you see what I mean? The best. Uh. It has been wonderful spending so much little time on this adventure with my descendant. Not just because it's helped me to get to know better, but because it's opened my eyes to things about myself I was never really in touch with. There are certain capabilities within me I have never quite been able to face, and she's helped me realize I've been hiding from them my whole life and well beyond. It must be true that they used to say on my world that if you really want to know who you are, look to the legacy left behind by your ancestor. I think that wisdom works in both directions.
Wait, I have Aranea and Visca. Oh my gosh, have I doing the wrong voice for both of these characters? No, Visca is super fast, and Aranea is Visca, except with like pauses. So I think I've been doing okay with it, but yeah, I mean they're hard to tell because they're kind of the same voice, just a little different. Well put, Marquis. I've always felt the exact same way. So I think with Aranea, I need to just pause a little more with her sentences, and Visca, I need to go like full throttle. Puke. Oh, my glove, the Sec twins being adorable again. Nitram, get your mop ready for swabbing up all this vomit coming out of my mouth. Ew, no. Can you two stick a fork in this sentimental carp? Maybe pretend you ain't hit it off so good. You ever stop and think how this makes me feel? It's not because they have the same font type, so I had to really look at their name before I start reading.
There's no reason to be jealous, Mina. You know, nothing has changed about our friendship. Jealous, you witch, no. Just make me think about my kid descendant and how, instead of having this cool, friendly relation with her, I just got this uncontrollable urge to stab her to death so she don't threaten my supremacy. Which is a shame, cause she is so cute. Oh. God dang, my real blood, my clay junk, it makes me have to do. Oh well. Maybe someday I'll find an heiress who my genes don't instinctively make me want to murder on sight. Then I can teach her the bad ways of being a boss and stuff.
God, trolls are so weird. That's the line of the comic right there. Like jittering back here.
John just said trolls are weird. He said it quietly, but I heard him.
Hey, you snitch.
Yeah, but aren't we? Uh, Moral of my story is the blue kid is a dumb nerd, but is right when he says stuff. Look at that. It's like me and him are becoming fast friends, thus lulling him into a sense of false confidence already.
What?
Soon, my little while, soon. It is true. To a human, the ways of trolls from both Artonian and before us will seem very strange. In fact, prior to uniting in the afterlife, even the two groups of trolls were reasonably alien to one another. I've had a great deal of time to study the cultures of many species throughout parallel space. No matter which race you belong to, you can always find another whose ideals pose a challenge or comprehension to even the most open-minded. And though the ethical standards of those from Alternia may seem unpalatable to you, rest assured there were beings elsewhere in the cosmos where violent behavior would be considered extreme even to most trolls.
It's like cackling like an evil witch over here. Wahahaha.
Actually, John, I am very glad you brought this up, because I was in the middle of a wonderful story about this very subject, which you interrupted when you boarded our ship.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. Really, I'm quite pleased that you did. This way I get to start over from the beginning.
Facepalm.
There were some patches, my original, telling which I could go back and fix. This time it would be much better.
Okay, what's the story about?
It is a tale about a very mysterious inmate called Cherubs. Let us begin. Once upon a time.
Oh my god. World building.
There was a very mysterious alien race called Cherubs. Arania, I thought you said you fixed the horrible parts of the story. You started with that horrible line the first time, too. The opening line is fine. It's alright, I guess. Not. Oh, shut up and let me tell my story. Now, where was I? There was a very mysterious alien race called Cherub. Right, there was a very mysterious race called Cherubs. But there was one cherub in particular who, for at least first part of our story, will be our heroine. Oh my lord. She spent eons roaming the galaxy completely alone, but this time had come for her to find a mate. This is no small task for a cherub. Being an asocial species, they spend virtually no time in each other's presence at all. Aside from when it is time to mate, they may go their entire lives without encountering another, and so they scatter their numbers throughout space, each staking a territory spanning many light years. But like a predator is able to track the scent of its prey, a cherub can sense the presence of another nearby. This sense is especially strong that cherub shares the same qualities its other half had once long ago, before it experiences the maturation process known as predomination. Hey, it's the trickster thing. You see, when a young cherub hatches, it would appear that only one creature has begun its life, but the appearance is not to be trusted. The young cherub actually consists of two completely different beings, a male and a female, each sharing one body. The two halves are endowed with polar opposite predispositions as well. One predisposed towards malevolence, another towards benevolence, good or evil, if you prefer to deal it in simplistic terms, or lessons which are convenient for the sake of the story. I prefer to view the dichotomy as a kind of moral alignment, like an attribute that dictates the choices a character makes in certain types of games I used to play. The male and female halves can be aligned either way, as long as they differ from each other. The resultant conflict between the two personalities is central to life as a cherub, both before and after predomination. Shortly after hatching, the two halves begin facilitating, taking turns controlling the body. The only physical differentiation between the two is the coloration of the cheek swirls, which indicates alignment. There is no otherwise a way to tell male and female apart before a cherub predominates. The vacillation process is demarcated by sleep. When the male goes to sleep, the female wakes up. And when the male wakes up, again the female sleeps. And so it goes. Back and forth like this, as the two identities vie for dominance over the other and ultimately permanent control of the body. They grow to detest one another and develop a few of social interactions centered entirely around animosity and confrontation. For good cherubs, this readies them for a long life of isolation, as they will prefer to avoid the sort of conflict that comes with a social interaction, as they have been conditioned to understand it. But for evil ones, the contemptuous upbringing only serves to fuel their inclination to harm others. And though this duality makes for a tormented childhood, the inner conflict it creates is extremely important part of a young cherub's life. The defining part, actually. It is the struggle a cherub must overcome to mature, and this process culminates in predomination. Swirl. One half will prove to be a stronger will than the other. The less dominant half will then weaken over time, and it will eventually become clear to both that one will not survive. The dominant personality will then completely consume the other, integrating in such a way that only one individual is left. The cheeks will become solidly colored, and the cherub will grow to maturity as a single being, endowed with the alignment of the dominant half, and with all of her personal qualities at the forefront of the union. In the case of our heroine, she was the good half, and the day of her predomination was in a sense the day her brother died. And though it was to her benefit and personal growth, because of this loss she would always live with the sense of something was missing. Every sexually mature cherub lives with this feeling. It drives them to seek out another cherub similar to this half they lost, the part of their being which they grew up in perpetual conflict with. The desire to travel the universe is a hope of reuniting that conflict is very important to the species. It is a force which compels them to procreate. Whoa. So she set out to track his scent, as it were, and soon she found a physical trail as well. A path of carnage left behind by a particularly destructive male cherub. She followed the debris from civilized worlds and star systems he left behind, as if to mock her, to make it clear of how her pursuit was of all but paving her way with the dead. His brutality made her more furious, thus setting the mood, so to speak, for the imminent courtship. Hmm. A cherub of this alignment is seemingly motivated by little other than to conquer and destroy. From a biological perspective, they behave somewhat like viruses attacking the system from within. But as with all symbiotic relationships living within a universe, they are balancing factors. While those inhabiting an evil cherub's territory will regard it as an unpredictable tyrant, those in the territory of a good cherub will likely come to view it as a protector, watching quietly for millennia in deep space, ready to attack any approaching threat. In that sense, they are not unlike cells in a universal immune system. Okay, so YouTube mod note. During the Kickstarter campaign, one of the donation rewards was to have your fan troll character appear in Homestuck for the price of $10,000. Two people donated that much. Two characters on this page are the trolls. Huh! Wow! I wish I knew their names so I could shout them out. Spent $10,000 to get your name in a comic. I really would love to say, hey, these are the two people who did it. Wow. You must really love the comic, or you just have a lot of money. I couldn't even fathom knowing this. I mean, even $1,000, I don't have that kind of money. But hey, if you like what we do here, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Oh my god! Yeah, $10,000 well spent to get eradicated. Holy cow! Well, I mean, you went out and they died on the very next page. I mean, you went out in a blaze of glory, so heck yeah. I still wish I would have wrote their names or something. The balance of forces allows stability, such that life and new civilizations can blossom and thrive within the universe, thus assuring the possibility of its own elaborate procreation process. If that balance was ever disturbed, it would lead to chaos in that biosystem. The universe could not only survive for long, but if by some means a cherub with such destructive tendencies was to achieve unprecedented power, the resulting imbalance would be catastrophic for paradox space itself. And though the heroine of our story would have no way of knowing, this is exactly what would result from the pursuit of her kismesis. I just tried looking it up and I could not find their username. So shout out to those two. Like humans, cherubs receive romance through only one quadrant. Unlike humans, their relationships are exclusively black, but the mating ritual is much more violent than any practice trolls would, or even practically could engage in. And though it is critical to the perpetuation of the race, the confrontations can sometimes be lethal to one or both cherubs. Regardless of the outcome, the stakes are always high. The winner of the duel will assume control of the other's territory, while the loser will slink away to bear their offspring. So, as she toured the planetary wreckage, she knew her quest for a mate was not just about the propagation of a species, but the liberation of billions from a monster. She pursued him for many sweeps with mounting obsession, until one day the trail came to an end at a black hole. Cherubs typically seek out black holes as the setting for their mating ritual, but not any black hole. Once long ago, it was a star, and circling that star was a planet. That planet was home to one of the presently aspiring cherubs. The male in this case returned to the site of this hatching to mate, a location now conspicuously occupied by a truly massive black hole. This was where she found him, and this is where they would duel. Oh man, look at that picture. That's a great picture. While an adult cherub is a physical creature and would be in a formidable opponent to anyone in its unaltered state, this is not the form in which they do battle with each other. The ritual is more extreme and physically demanding than any other kind of courtship or duel in the universe. The moment they meet, they will both undergo a dramatic metamorphosis. So do we just need to find Lord English a mate and hope the mate is stronger than him? The mates will then duel as the two fast frightening serpents, each in an astronomical unit in length. Oh. The tangled circle between the queen os is extremely brutal and can last for sweeps. While dueling in such a monstrous form, the energy is inexhaustible. The transformation taps into the cherub's latent connection with the enigmatic forces presiding over all that is eternal, and permeating all those endowed with immortality. Normally, the power is only accessible to them during mating. In this form, they are only able to be injured by one another, and are otherwise indestructible. Hence, the ritual can never be stopped by an outside force until it is complete. So cool. It should come as no surprise that in this story our heroine was victorious. Upon defeating her mate, she initiated the interlocking formation to complete the coupling, while assuming the dominant position in states undetectable to all but the most astute observers of the zoologically dubious. Consequently, the male was fertilized with the young. He then slithered away in disgrace from the territory he just lost. A cherub-looking nest will search for a dead plant situated near a massive dying star. The egg is deposited on the plant's surface, and the rising temperature from the expanding red giant will incubate the egg until it is ready to hatch. Later in life, the cherub will grow wings, assuming it has matured properly. But if it has learned to fly well enough to reach a safe distance from the nest before the star goes supernova, soon the hungry cherub will return and feast on the regulating stellar energy. Doing so allows it to gain enough strength to travel great distances and claim its own territory. The star will then collapse into a black hole, serving as a distinct gravitational beacon to the cherub later in life so that it may return to mate. As it so happens, our heroine's mate discovered Earth long after our journey to a new sun, and long since new civilizations have risen and fallen. Now on the brink of destruction from its dying star, its barren accommodations were ideal for a young cherub. There he deposited his single egg and flew away, never to return. No cherub ever spawns more than one offspring at a time, for it is every cherub's destiny to grow up alone, or alone on the outside at least. Statue of Liberty. From the egg hatched one very special cherub with two names, one that few will ever know, and one that few should ever say. A fascinating thing about cherub reproduction is how the parent's alignment is passed on to the young. If the male lays the eggs, the alignment of the child's two halves will be the same as the parent's. If the female lays the eggs, the alignments will be flipped, and the young male and female halves will be endowed with opposite alignments to the parents. As such, the male half took after his father. Perhaps the son even exceeded him in violent tendencies. It's hard to imagine that there has ever been a cherub more willfully destructive or as suddenly dedicated to clockworks than the monstrosity he would soon grow to become. Lord English. Due to his indomitable nature, I believe victory over his sister was a foregone conclusion. Barring a highly improbable glitch in causality, it would be almost impossible for her to predominate over someone like him. And even so, he didn't have the patience to wait. Unfortunately, for everyone to ever exist, he discovered a way to predominate early. Yet it was not this act alone that would prove ominous, so much as the means through which it was achieved. He was allowed to become the solo player of a game which is his kind of void, which his kind was never meant to play. And so it was with this predomination over his son that our hero's story ends and the story of her villain begins. Hey, Mina, where are you going? I'm taking a caper break, God, but the story isn't over yet. Girl, your stories never end. My bladder can't even deal. Just keep talking while I'm gone. No, that's okay. We can wait. I already heard the next story, though. Not all of it. Glubber hack, can't you just keep yapping about snake sex while I hit the clubs room already? I'm afraid not. Everyone must listen to the full story. Alright, well, Mina's taking a break. I think I'm gonna take a break too. I'm about at an hour and I haven't been feeling well lately. I actually stopped recording this halfway through. And I went to lay down for a bit and I woke up like 2.5 hours later, like conked out. So yeah, I don't want to press myself. Let's go ahead and take a break here. Much love to you, my dear friends. Hope you have a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day. And until next time on a blind Let's Play of Homestuck, so long and take care. Thank you for watching this video and being the #1 YouTube community in all of YouTube. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear from you. And remember that you matter, you are brilliant, and you are loved. Always be true to yourself and never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.